How's that? Can you hear us now? Can you hear us? It shouldn't be. It says it's going.
What about that X there?
Nope, that's desktop. Working. Yay. Hello,
There we go.
everybody. Sorry, I'm used to using this computer for, like, other stuff. Yeah, my laptop that I normally do all of our live streams on, it was not working. Like, it would not connect to the internet for some reason, and so I had to, like, bring my big desktop computer over here. That's why we're late. And
So sorry about that.
Yeah, and yep, I just had to turn the mic on here apparently.
So anyway, I want to jump in real quick and say that we do have a fantasy football league. Craig Koselecki in the comments, he's kind of heading that up. So if you're interested in joining that, it's going to be Duo Bowl 1.
Duo Bowl 1.
That's going to be...
But where do they go to find that?
Craig will show it, I think.
Okay.
I think Craig will.
Okay. I don't know anything about the...
Of course I'm a Bears fan.
The fantasy football
Tammy.
league, so...
Absolutely.
Hi, Allie. Hi, Tammy. Yes, Tammy, we are both Bears fans.
So we'll give a minute for everybody to kind of join in and whatnot. Like I said, sorry for being late today. We had computer problems and Lacey got everything switched over as I'm talking on Discord. She's problem solving, so...
Or at least trying to, you know. But yeah, we just wanted to explain why we were just a little bit late. 20 minutes, you know, whatever.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, Chris, for loving our reactions. We have filmed up through, with The Walking Dead, through episode 11. So that is the episode... What happens in that episode? I can't even remember right now. But yes, through episode 11, basically, when Andrea goes to the prison to talk to everybody.
Right.
So that's what happens in that episode. We have not seen anything past that, so no spoilers for anything past episode 11.
So yeah, that's kind of where we left off at. It was basically more about Andrea going there to try to get things...
Trying to work things out with everybody, you know, mitigate anybody else.
Done.
Yeah, anybody else dying, basically. I don't think what she did is going to work at all.
Well, absolutely not, because the governor's already kind of proven that.
He's kind of, yeah, exactly.
The governor.
The governor.
The governor.
The governor. He doesn't care about negotiating. He doesn't care about anything. And I think maybe Rick and company are kind of to that point too because of what the governor pulled.
No,
I don't think they're really at a point where they want to negotiate either. So.
I don't see that working out. So.
Hey Ava, how are you?
But yeah, The Walking Dead is going great. Actually, Breaking Bad as well is really becoming...
It's really amping up. We've seen through 11 on that one, too.
Yep.
Season 3, episode 11.
Yep.
So on both of those, we've seen up through Season 3, episode 11.
Right.
Probably tomorrow we'll be watching, more of both. So...
Well, I'm actually going to bring up some of the things that I wanted to talk, or that
a few questions
and whatnot.
Xmas Girl, we have not had a chance to check the P.O. box at all this week, so we can definitely go check that tomorrow to make sure that everything that you sent, that that we got that. So we can definitely check that tomorrow for you.
Okay, so
Robin, yes, episode 11 is on Patreon right now. For The Walking Dead, not for Breaking Bad. That should be up like full reaction should be up tonight. And then the edited version, the early access, that should be up tomorrow for episode 11.
So we also need to go through kind of a death checklist too.
Okay.
Okay. So I got a couple
With the new characters.
Yeah, Christian Nunez sent a question. Who and when do you think characters will die, including Michonne, Merle, Axel, the Govna, Milton, and Tyrese's group? So, really good question there. And I thought we'd go through that.
So basically the new characters that we...
Yeah,
Okay.
let's start with probably your favorite right now, or soon becoming
Michonne?
Michonne.
So when do I think she's going to die? If she's going to die, I don't feel like she's probably going to be around for quite a while.
She's pretty resourceful, man. I mean, she's been out on her own. She's went through the winter with Andrea and taking care of her. I mean, not many people have 2 Walker backpacks walking around with all the equipment. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And she's pretty BA. I mean, let's be honest.
Lynn Cantrell, thank you so much, Lynn.
Thank you.
But yeah, I don't see Michonne dying anytime soon. Let alone
How many seasons are there right now?
There's
There's going to be 10, right?
well, I don't know how many there's going to be, but we're going into 10 in October. So, is she still around in season 10? My guess is yes, because she's so resourceful. I don't see her dying anytime soon. So I'm going to say she is one that I'm going to consider to still be around.
Right.
So.
Well, I'm going to agree with you.
Okay.
I think she's resourceful. She's definitely becoming one of the tops in the group, I think.
Definitely.
And that kind of leads into another question that's in here as well, but I think it kind of takes care of it, to be honest with you. Michonne.
What about the other new characters?
The Govna.
The Govna.
He's going to die.
He's going to die for sure. Now, when is the question. So, he's kind of like, like the main antagonist right now. How long is he going to be the main antagonist, I guess, is the question.
I'm going to go at the season finale of this, because that's ramping up.
He's going to die at this. Okay. That's what I was thinking, because something's going to go down at the end of this season. I don't think Rick or Michonne is going to let him live. I'm kind of hoping that Michonne is the one that gets to kill him. So I'm going to say that Michonne is going to kill him.
How cool would it be if Andrea was the one?
Ooh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That would be cool, but I feel like Michonne deserves it.
I could see that.
Or maybe both of them
Or I
somehow.
could see Rick being...
Maybe both of them somehow. Like
right.
Both Michonne and Andrea working together again. Because right now, Michonne is like, girl, all you think about is the dick. I'm done with you.
Whoa.
All you think about is a warm bed, is what she said in 11.
I think she finds security in the...
She does, but
Yeah.
is she still caught under his spell? Because in the last episode that we watched, 11, she was gonna kill him, but she didn't. So did she not do it because she didn't feel okay with killing a person, or did she not do it because she still has some sort of feelings there?
Well, she obviously has feelings.
Exactly.
But she had enough that she held the knife. I mean...
So she doesn't trust him, but she does... Maybe she's thinking in her head, like, he's just... he's just acting stupid right now, or he's just being crazy right now because of the whole daughter thing. Like, maybe she's trying to justify it in her head. Because I think she still cares. But yeah,
she's in a tough spot.
As far as the Govna, I'm going to say season finale this season, he's going to die.
That's what I'm going to go with, too.
Okay. Axel is already dead. So
Yeah.
we've seen, I don't know what episode that was, or if that'll go up, if that went up
He was
today,
sitting
or
there
if that's
talking
going to
to
go up
Carol,
Friday.
and she used him as a shield, basically.
That was great.
And I don't know how many times he got bullets in him, but it had to be hundreds of.
Hundreds, yeah, so many bullets. And I was starting to kind of like, okay, he seems okay, but I still wouldn't trust him completely, just because of the simple fact that he's sitting there checking out a 17-year-old saying, interesting.
Yeah.
So
Ugh.
he would be somebody that I'd always have to keep an eye on, if that makes any sense. So, yeah, he's already dead anyway. So, more characters. Let's see. We've just met some new characters. Sorry. Robin. Thank you so much, Robin. That is so awesome.
Thank you, Robin.
We love you, Robin.
And thanks for being here with us tonight.
Yes.
This is kind of a special day for us, in a way. 11 years ago, we had lost our 2.5-year-old son.
Yeah, today is actually the anniversary of our son's death. He died on August 15th, 2008.
I shouldn't say special day.
It's not a special day.
but-
It's kind of a hard day for both of us, because it kind of reminds us and kind of puts us back in that, headspace, I guess, of where we were at on that day.
Right.
And it kind of brings those memories back, as far as what happened that day and all that. So it's a little rough of a day, but I think every year it gets a little bit easier.
Mm-hmm.
It never goes away, but it gets a little bit easier to, deal with it and overcome, I guess. So,
Yep. But
Yep.
we're here, and
We're here.
with you because this kind of brings a smile to our face to be able
talk
to do
with
this.
you guys, and
And we love
Thank
talking
you,
to you guys
Lynn.
in Discord. Absolutely love it. So we have some really great late night conversations. We have good conversations throughout the day. It's a lot of fun. A lot
it
of fun.
is. It is.
The next person, Merle.
Merle. Okay, so how long is he going to last? Is he going to live? Is he going to die? When? That's a hard question, because Merle's pretty resilient too. Like, let's be honest
How
here.
do you feel about his character? I mean, I know
I
we're
think
doing a
he's-
death list, but I really want to kind of dive into that. Do you feel that he's trying to be a part of this new group?
I think he is, for his brother, and I think he's thinking about his brother more so. He wants to be with his brother.
Because we were left with him.
We're left with him, like, and Herschel having that talk, and him actually helping out, like
Herschel is the best person to have approached him, to be honest with you.
definitely in that moment, for sure. Lynn, thank you so much. Who is our
Rick.
favorite, Rick or Daryl?
Rick for me. I
At
still
the
like
moment, I love Rick first and foremost, like, love him. But at the moment, I would say Daryl, just because Rick is going through this craziness and seeing ghosts and hallucinating, and he's not in the right headspace right now. So at the moment, my favorite would be Daryl.
I would say
But
I
overall-
read a comment earlier from Michelle, American Mom,
Okay.
and she was kind of talking about that as well in one of her comments. And, the thing I replied back was, gosh, look, he has just went through Lori's death, Shane, good
He's
partner.
been through
his
a
son
lot.
had to kill his wife. I mean, and the apocalypse coming out. I mean, look
And
at
I don't
everything.
think he's slept, like, in several days.
He has been thrown
Yeah.
the gauntlet for a man to be able to endure. And so, where I don't understand the seeing things and whatnot, I get that his head's not wrapped to be the leader right now.
Oh,
But I think
and
it's-
definitely, I totally get that, and I totally understand that, where he's at. I don't really like the whole seeing Lori stuff. Like, I know that's, like, how his brain is, like, probably processing everything and, like, getting over it, I guess. But, I want him to step up. I want him to get out of this.
Craig's comment.
But does he have to deal with a fly in his lab?
I'm s-
I mean, that is a pretty
I'm sorry.
big thing to have to deal with, you know.
He cracks me up, man. Gosh dang it.
The OCD, you know. Rick is not. I think Lori is Rick's fly. She's his fly.
Let's move on.
What other characters? Milton.
The scientist, the doctor scientist guy.
I really like Milton because I think that he's a decent human being.
Me too.
And
yeah.
the only disadvantage I
think
see,
he has an intimidation factor with the governor.
He definitely does, but he's also not able to defend himself against any sort of walkers. Like we see in the last episode when he helps Andrea that the walker starts kind of walking towards him and he's like, Andrea, like freaking out.
Right.
And so, yeah. Maybe he can have some protection for a while. Maybe next season. I don't think he's going to last very long.
I'm going to go different. I'm going to say that he doesn't die.
Okay.
I think he'll be around for a while.
I think he'll be around for a while, but just not, maybe like mid-season next
I think
season.
he does have a conscience of, I think he means well.
He does. He does mean well, for sure. But him being such a, like, kind of like a wuss, you know, like.
But look at where Carol came from.
That's true. So maybe he could have that redemption too of being kind of like a wuss and not able to defend himself and become something greater.
Right.
Miko, thank you so much, Miko. If I'm saying Miko. That right, I'm sorry if I said that wrong. And hello, Christina.
Christina Finley. Hey, how's it going?
Christina says, hey, guys. Yes, so...
But I like his character. I do like him. I like Milton.
I like his character.
And I don't think I think he really does mean well, but he's just really... He's
very much manipulative. You know, he's manipulated by the governor, like 100%. Mm-hmm. And I don't see that... I don't see him coming out of that anytime soon unless the governor does something, like, ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Like, I don't even know what that could be, but, like, kill somebody or do something just crazy. Maybe he might get out from under that spell, I guess. Sophie.
Thank you, Sophie.
Seeing you both laugh, it is beautiful. Love you. We love you too, Sophie.
Well, you know how Craig is. He, he comes up with some good ones. So
he does, yeah.
Tyrese's group.
Tyrese and the group. Okay.
I like Tyrese.
I like Tyrese and Sasha. Them
is
two.
That her name?
Yes.
Okay.
Her, the other two, I always forget their names, but I know one of them is Ben. And then I can't remember what the other one is, but I think the kid is Ben.
Hi, Jenny.
I think. But for some reason, I feel like Ben and his dad, they won't make it too long. Maybe next season, maybe in something that's going to happen in the season finale. But either way, I see them not lasting too long. Tyrese and Sasha, I like them. They seem to be good people. They seem to have good heads on their shoulders.
I like Tyrese a lot.
I like both of them. Tyrese, like, he seems to be a little bit more above even Sasha, which we were informed that they were brother and sister. So
I thought they were a couple.
We were I was told in Discord that those two were brother and sister, because I was thinking they were together or married or boyfriend and girlfriend or something like that, but they're siblings.
Right.
Miko, thank you so much.
Yes,
Finally, you're live Finland. When I'm still awake.
Right.
What time is it over in Finland, Miko? But yes, I love Tyrese. I love Sasha. Now, when they're going to die, I mean, I hope that they're both still around, honestly. because I like both of them, and I hope that they continue on this path of, keeping up with this good image that I have a good first impression of them. So I hope that they both maintain that, and I hope that they both are still around. I'm going to guess that maybe one of them is maybe dead now and going into season 10, and one is still alive. Now, which one, I don't know. Because I feel like the show might do something to where, like, one of them has to lose the other one, and then they have to, like, go through that, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm going to guess
They're
that
good
one
at ripping your heart out.
Yeah, they're good at ripping your heart out, so I'm going to say one of them is still alive, and one of them is dead.
Well, I would
When,
go.
I don't know.
I'll go with Sasha in the season.
Sasha will be dead or alive?
Alive.
Okay.
And I think Tyrese is just the type that would give himself up.
I definitely see that for sure.
But he's such a great character. I like him. He thinks, well beyond just the outer shell. He tries to,
he
think
thinks
through.
and he sees like the future. Like he makes decisions. At least it seems like for not just right now, but for long term.
He seems like someone
he thinks long term.
Yeah.
I think Sasha's more of a short term thinker, but in a decent way. Like she doesn't make bad decisions as far as I've seen so far. But I think them two complement each other well, and I think that they would make a great addition to the prison. But of course, now they're with the governor, so I'm hoping they catch on real quick before they go attack, because my guess is that they're going to go attack again at some point.
Oh, absolutely.
And I don't want either one of those two to be a part of that, and end up doing something bad,
Right.
fall under that trap of becoming bad people because they're with a bad person. So,
okay, here's from Rachel Miller. How do you think you would react if you were in Daryl's situation? Finding family that didn't get along with the group you had grown close to, would you leave with that family member, with the family member?
okay.
Pretty tough, huh?
That is a tough question, because I'm trying to say, okay, if I was in his position, I'm thinking if it was my brother. I'm not thinking like if it was Merle. So I guess I don't understand. Like, am I supposed to picture my brother as Merle, or am I supposed to picture my brother as a jackass?
I think we're supposed to. I think we're supposed to kind of take it as it is in the show.
Okay.
Okay.
Or just period, like you have an idiot brother, let's just say, that causes a lot of problems in the group. Karazawana, I probably said that wrong. Thank you so much. Who do you think will kill the governor? We did talk about that just a little bit ago. I'm hoping for Michonne.
I'm going with Rick.
Okay. I'm hoping for Michonne, and maybe even Andrea somehow.
I think it'll be the thing that snaps him out.
I'm hoping that Michonne and Andrea can come together again, and they both take him out somehow. That's what I hope. So, but as far as that question, okay. I have a brother that, regardless of anything, regardless if he's an idiot or a jackass, he's still my brother. I'm still going to want the best for him. I'm still going to care about him, regardless of whether he's an idiot or not, right? Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to leave the group I'm with, but I would try to, be that middle person to, kind of like what Daryl's doing right now. Like, he's trying to keep Merle in check, so that he can be integrated slowly into the group.
But we all know Merle's kind of his history and how he becomes, and he can become a huge danger to the group, almost to the point where, we saw it on the rooftop, we saw the fight, but
I don't think that he's gonna pull that shit anymore. I think that was so early on that he was trying to maintain some sort of power then, but I think he knows now that he's not gonna have any power. I think he knows that now. So I don't see him pulling shit like that. Now, his mouth. His mouth will get him into trouble and get people pissed off at him. People are already pissed off at him.
Don't get me wrong, he's a huge asset. Daryl's right about that. It's more power.
It's power, and that's
It's-
what it was then. But
I still feel that Merle has that ability to be a huge disruption and even I don't even know how the governor controlled him so much. Because
I think it's because Merle may be, a jackass, but he's not stupid.
No.
I think
No.
he could see that he had to go along. He had to play a game. He had to go along because he knows how the governor is, and he knows that he probably would have ended up dead.
But he's still saying things in the prison, in my eyes, in a power way that we're just sitting ducks and da-da-da-da. We need to, I wonder if he still wants to kind of be the leader. I mean, you know what I mean?
I think it's more so of like just him being informative in any way that he can because he knows the governor and he knows what he's capable of and he knows what he's going to do. And that's why when he was talking to Herschel, he's like, this is the kind of man you're dealing with. He'll kill me first and then Michonne and then everybody else and make Rick watch, and like I think he knows that they'll probably, like, he thinks in his head all these people are going to die. And first and foremost, he's probably thinking about himself and Daryl. Like, we're going to die too.
Right.
So we need to do something different. Something that maybe the governor wouldn't expect. And that's probably what's going through his head.
Well, I just feel, going back to the question about leaving a family member behind, obviously I would never want to ever do that. But being that Merle is the way he is, and you've developed, let's not call their family history really good. From what
I don't
Daryl
think it
showed on
was.
his back.
It would appear like their
There's
father,
a history.
Yeah, that their father used to beat them pretty bad.
Was it ever really a brother, or, has Daryl become real family with people that aren't his family?
I definitely think that's true.
And that's where I think it's going.
But it's still his brother, right?
Yeah.
So there's always going to be that connection between them two. But if it came down to...
Because Daryl was going to leave him.
Exactly. Merle followed him.
Yeah.
So if it came down to it, if Merle decided to leave or decided to do something stupid, I think that Daryl would stay and he would be okay with Merle leaving.
I'm going to say this. I would definitely probably, with the history of that might be the one way that I would actually let a family member or someone go. If you're that confident you can do it, go.
Yeah.
You don't need to be a part of this group, but I'm staying. And this became family to me. So
yeah.
That's kind of where I feel I would be. It sounds heartless, but that's true.
It's not heartless. It just depends on the situation, Ben, thank you so much.
From Australia.
Your reactions and analysis are awesome and addictive. Love from this Australian, The Walking Dead tragic.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
I've always wanted to go to Australia, but I'm too afraid of the bugs and the...
poisonous everything.
Everything is poisonous from my understanding.
But we did watch that one show where they did the hotel rooms in Australia where they went and they...
Yeah. Instant Hotel.
Instant Hotel. We watched that just to kind of...
Little scared of the bugs and animals and everything. Like,
really cool
I saw a
try.
meme once that was like, I think like the devil's pets and bugs and everything are all located in Australia. I've always wanted to go there, but I'm a little little afraid too because of all that. So,
She just wants to see the thunder from down under.
is that what I want? No, I'm just like terrified of creepy crawlies and spiders and all that jazz.
All right. Any other questions in here that you saw come up? Poisonous?
Wendy, I love Michael Rooker too.
Yeah, I do too.
He's pretty awesome. He's amazing, and he plays a wonderful Merle. It's just like his voice, It's like it's so perfect for that sort of.
He makes a really good character that he is.
He does.
I mean,
he does.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. Like he's perfect for that role. I'm glad they did, that they chose him because I've heard that Daryl had originally auditioned for the role of Merle. And
Rooker does an amazing job.
He does an amazing job, and I'm glad that Daryl got the role that he got.
Yes.
Because he's a fan favorite, obviously. I mean, he's one of my favorites, so.
Yeah. Daryl's definitely one of my top
Nico,
people.
A question. Do you get a lot of spoilers? Just curious to know. Don't worry, I won't spoil. And it's 2:50 a.m.
Ooh.
Dang, 2:50?
Thanks for staying up with us, too.
In Finland?
Miko, we're going to answer that, actually. No.
We haven't gotten any spoilers. We do have, of course, in the comments, I've mentioned it in several videos, we do get a lot of people trying to spoil or unintentionally spoiling. But we have a lot of moderators now. I mean, I think we're up to like 6 or 7 moderators now that are constantly going through the comments, and we always wait to go in until we get an okay from somebody, one of the mods that had just gone through. So, yeah, we have not been spoiled on anything other than early on when we were first watching, we did see a comment that had said that Scott Wilson died at some point.
Who the hell's Scott Wilson?
He plays Herschel. So the actor died at some point. So we know that something's going to happen at some point with Herschel. We don't know when.
Well, I never saw that.
Now I just spoiled him, apparently. That something at some point is going to happen to Herschel. But you kind of expected that.
Well, seeing's going to believe it. I mean, I see him around for a while.
But we don't know when. We don't know how. We don't know anything other than the actor died.
I thought he was going to die when he got bit.
And I don't even know when he died. So, but yeah, that was one thing that kind of slipped through the cracks. But other than that, we have not been spoiled on anything. So we're all good. All good. I mean, we definitely take steps too, both of us, to remain that way. Because when we started watching the show, we knew that we didn't want to be spoiled about anything, so we kind of like stay away from anything we think could be a spoiler.
Hold on. When I was watching Game of Thrones, okay, granted, Lacey had seen this show twice, okay?
Probably.
And I had never seen it. So the best way, I mean, I kind of found out the way to do it is just, even when the show was coming up, I stayed off the social media. I didn't read the comments. Lacey did a lot of the moderating, like Sophie and Craig and all,
Well, with Game of Thrones, we didn't have to worry about that because I did the comment stuff, because I had seen it, so it was no big deal. And he just stayed away from it until I had gone through everything, and I said, okay, you can go in there now. Or I would just read them to him and answer for him. But
like today was a good example. I was on YouTube getting ready to go in and look at some of the comments for the discussion tonight, and I started to see a season 10 something, and all I did was I flicked forward real quick because I don't want to see it. I mean,
like, even if it's not, it's like you see something that could potentially, like, we don't want to be spoiled either, so we don't actively
you can
go out
see
looking
what's
for
kind of
anything.
there, and then just if you, I don't know, I'm just in tune to that.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we do our part too, like here at home, as far as like, if I see something that could, like, before we started watching this show, like, sure, I'd see memes and stuff of The Walking Dead and, like, whatever, but it didn't, like, I didn't understand it because I didn't know the context behind it. Therefore, it kind of leaves your brain. You know what I mean? You don't remember it when you don't understand it and you don't really get it. So, but now, I just kind of, I don't really go on social media too much. I mean, Steve knows, like,
No, she really doesn't.
I really don't go on it very
She's so busy
much.
doing the editing and, life around here that we just really pay attention to this show, watching the show, and then with you guys and
Discord and, like, of course, like, when I do go on, like, Twitter or, like, Instagram and all that kind of stuff, like, I don't go in there to, like, scroll through, like,
Marcella,
the timelines.
you got it
and
exactly
stuff.
right. Staying away from the internet
Yeah.
is probably our biggest defense.
That's
to
the
doing
biggest
it.
defense, and, like,
This is probably the most exposed we are, but we only look over.
I look
so
over
often,
occasionally,
but I
and
catch
of course we
something
have
and-
moderators that are going through everything right now.
But what weapon, King Axios, and I think I said that right.
What weapon would we
you
use in the apocalypse?
I would straight up use a machete.
I was thinking that.
Well, I guarantee you're going to want to be Michonne now.
Definitely. I don't know.
I think you'd be better with something like a machete.
Lightweight. Yeah, lightweight.
And,
I
maybe
mean,
a really
my muscles aren't too
maybe
big.
Maybe a really
so.
good, sticker, on your side. I can see
sticker?
a hog sticker.
You know what? I'll get proficient in, like, throwing stars or something.
Yeah, guys, we have to get her muscles built up, man. I mean, look at this.
Look at that floppy little arm.
It's there. It's a stick, Craig. It's a stick.
I need to get
It's an
proficient.
inside joke with the sticks.
Like,
Remember your
little
brother in
daggers.
Game of Thrones when?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That
Can we tell that?
That
real
was
quick?
a funny story.
So if you're in Discord and you hear me and Craig talk about sticks,
Oh yeah, and then somebody says, "Well, rape is pretty bad." There's a story behind that. Actually, it's in one of our live streams. I can't remember what live stream it was. My brother was here with us, and he was in the live stream with us, and we were talking about
Game of Thrones,
everything that Arya had been through, and everything that Sansa had been through, and we were talking about how Sansa had been raped every night and repeatedly, and, like, how horrible that is. And he's like, "Well, Arya was hit by sticks." He's like, do you know how bad that would be? And, like, Steve just, like, looked over at him, like, with the stupidest, like, with the "are you stupid" look, like, "Well, rape is pretty bad, Lance." And Lance is like, "Well, I know." It was this funny thing.
It's just an inside joke, but it was.
And so I made
so
a meme.
hilarious.
So I made a meme about it. Like, I got one of them pictures, I can't remember, and I made a meme about it. It was the funniest thing because. Please stop reacting to Breaking Bad, Vikings. Concentrate on The Walking Dead. No, we're not going to do that.
As much as we love The Walking Dead, I'm going to be honest. Breaking Bad is really freaking good.
It's definitely amping
Really
up,
good.
and I
If you
definitely
haven't seen it,
I'm
it's-
at a point now where I definitely don't want to stop watching that one. I mean, earlier on in, like, the first season or the second season, I might have been more willing to, like, cut it down to, like, once a week or something, because it was a bit slower, I'd say, then, but I still liked it.
Be honest with
But
you, dude.
now it's getting like. Whew.
But we are episodes ahead right now. Someone asked when the next episode was dropping for The Walking Dead. I think that'll be Monday. We're filmed ahead right now.
No, it'll be Friday.
Or
Today's Thursday, so
I
tomorrow.
forgot today's.
Tomorrow will be episode 10
Yes.
of The Walking Dead. Monday will be 11. That's what we've seen through. That's what we filmed through. Both of those are on Patreon right now. So that's what we're through right now. Tomorrow, we're planning on watching probably 2 more of The Walking Dead.
More.
Maybe 2 more of Breaking Bad, because we were told to watch both of them.
Yeah.
So, and then probably 1 more Vikings. So tomorrow, The Walking Dead. Season 3, Episode 10. Saturday, Vikings will go up. Monday, The Walking Dead again. Tuesday, Breaking Bad, and on and on and on. Just like this week is, this week and last week is.
But we're planning on doing another show. It'll be unedited. It's just going to be us watching it, reacting to it, and.
Oh yeah, we're gonna. Well, that's like a kind of Patreon only thing.
Yeah, but it's cool.
But we're gonna be like watching movies that we've never seen before and uploading those full reactions up on Patreon. So that will probably not be a YouTube thing because of the editing. Editing down a 2-hour movie is a lot, a lot of time, a lot of effort.
So we're just going to do it there. And
so that'll be a Patreon only thing, but I think the first movies that we were going to watch, based on what patrons have put forward, their suggestions, were like The Princess Bride and Freedom Riders, Mean Girls, Mean Girls and Clueless, because they want to see Steve react to those 2 movies. Which would be that would be entertaining, but basically we just ask patrons, what movie do you guys want us to see? We'd watch it, and we might do that like maybe once every couple weeks or something. I don't know. I think we're planning on watching a movie this weekend though. So,
yeah.
And that'll go up next week sometime on Patreon. But yeah, I think. Somebody said, Xmas Girl says we should watch The Punisher. That is one of the shows
that's got Shane in it, doesn't it?
That has Shane in it. It's like I have seen it on Netflix maybe or something like that, but we've never seen it. So that is on the list for things for us to react to in the future, along with like Stranger Things and Westworld and.
Westworld is one I want to see.
There's several on the list right now, but basically once we get closer to having a spot open up, so probably like once Breaking Bad is over, once Vikings slows down a little bit, we will be adding another show, and so I'll be putting up a poll, both here on YouTube and over on Patreon. Mm-hmm. Basically, which show do you want to see us react to next? And then whichever one wins the poll, that'll be the one that goes up next.
Just saying.
Because I know
Game of Thrones
Better
comes
Call
out.
Saul, a lot of people want us to react to Better Call Saul after we finish with Breaking Bad, mm-hmm. which we will, but I do want to amp up on Vikings once Breaking Bad ends, because at the rate we're going with Vikings, it'll be years before we're able to finish that. So.
But once one clears out, then we're going to hit it and get it done. But we do love the show. It's.
Jennifer, I have seen Boondock Saints years and years and years ago, but that's where I knew Daryl from. That's the only other thing I've ever seen Daryl in was Boondock Saints. But it's been years and years since I've seen that movie. Sons of Anarchy.
Gravity Punisher does sound like an amazing... Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely something we'd like to see.
But yeah, Sons of Anarchy sounds like something we'd both want to see at some point. Steve would like, I think Steve would like the Boondock Saints. I think he would. I don't think he's ever seen it though.
No.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Daryl was in Blade 2. Never seen Blade or Blade 2.
I haven't either. Boy, Daryl's been in a few then.
No, I have seen Daryl in another movie. I can't remember what the movie was, but
did he have long hair?
No, it was like he was a truck driver, and it only like he did a cameo in it. And he was a truck driver that a family was scared of. I think it was like the movie Vacation or something, like the new one.
That's one we saw, yeah.
And
that's right. He got out and
and I remember a teddy bear, on the grill. Yeah. But that's the only other thing I've seen him in, and it was so quick. It was like super quick that it didn't register until I started watching this show, and I was like, oh, hey. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, I do have one from Allie Alto. Another question. Do you think Michonne will choose to stay with the prison group, even if they offered? Do you think she's seen their good side enough to let down her guard and get attached? and here's another part of it, she's so fiercely independent and she knows how to go her own way with her walkers on chains, which she could replace. Would she even need to stay? So, I guess the first question would be, do you think she would stay if offered with the group? I say yes.
Yeah, I think she would, because I think that she has seen enough to know that they're good people. I'm just going to say this
straight up. I think she's going to be with the group.
Yeah.
Period.
I think she is too, because she has paid so much attention to them, and there's a reason why she's doing that. You know,
she'd be gone if she.
And she kind of got on Andrea's ass about, like, what about these people here? Like, right. You know what I mean? Like, I think that Michonne will stick around with this group. Now, whether that's going to be sooner or later, or like how long is it going to take Rick to figure out if he likes Michonne or not. At the end of the last episode that we watched, so 11, he said that he's going on a run and he's going to take Michonne and Carl with him. Mm-hmm. So, and my guess is that he is doing that to get a feel for Michonne, if she's trustworthy, so he's doing that for a reason. He's taking Michonne with him for a reason. So I think that he'll hopefully get a feel for her and know that she's a decent person. I'm hoping. So we'll see. Right. We'll see.
And Allie, thanks for the question. And you're welcome. It was a good question. It was a very good question. I like Michonne a lot. And could she make it on her own?
100%.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, she could definitely make it on her own. I have no worries about, whether she was alone before she was with Andrea. She was alone for a lot of the time when she was with Andrea, because Andrea was sick, it seems like, for quite a while.
But I think you need a group to survive in this. I mean, obviously.
It's hard to be on your own.
But I got the best one coming up. Are you guys ready? This is for everyone, really.
Okay.
Because when I read it, I was like, okay, but it really got my brain thinking. Lord Maxwell, my question to both of you:
okay,
why hate on the governor so much, and why support and love Rick and his group when they both have done and are doing the same things? The lines of good guy and bad guy has grayed in this show. I think it's pretty easy to see, if you think about it, the governor and Rick and different representations of the same mentality fighting for the community and their people. So it's really a good...
I mean, it's definitely a good question, but I disagree with the fact that the governor and Rick have both basically been doing the same things.
Oh, hello, rapey.
Exactly. I'm going to disagree with that. First and foremost, they're totally different people. They go about things in totally different ways. The governor does things for himself. Like, he's manipulative. He lies constantly. He goes up to an army, people, a bunch of them, and just takes them out under the guise of helping them. Rick, I don't see Rick doing that.
Look,
he would not do that.
The simple answer is absolutely not.
Yeah,
they are not.
They're nothing alike.
No,
I.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, let's flip the roles here and say, what if we had been watching Woodbury from the beginning?
That's a good observation.
What if we had been watching Woodbury and the governor was the main guy, like Rick is, and we don't know anything about Rick's group. I don't know what the difference would be. I don't think that I would still like him, because he's a liar, and
look,
he only does things for himself.
Okay, so the other thing is, if Rick saw potential in a group to be able to help his group stay alive, it would absolutely be welcomed. Okay, where the governor, when the military was out there, he went out there and swindled them into thinking he was a good guy
thinking that he was there to
and
help them.
and shot him up.
Yeah.
Simply because he didn't want the power to be released to guys that could probably see through him.
That's another big difference, is that the governor is all about the power. He is like,
he's tasted
he's
it.
drunk on the power. He likes it.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to get rid of it. Rick is doing, like, he is the leader reluctantly. He didn't want this.
But
this was something that he's dealing with, that he's handling. Yes, he is definitely going through something right now, which is making him make bad decisions. But we see that. Like, we see he just lost his wife. He's making bad decisions right now. Now with the governor, it's like he's doing the same thing as far as making bad decisions, and he just lost his Walker daughter. So what's the difference? Is that...
But even when she was alive, he made a decision that I still feel... Now, I don't know the time of event. Or time of events of this.
I don't think we know, like, when she became a Walker.
Well, when Glenn and Maggie were in there, his daughter was still alive.
Yes, because Michonne...
Right, that's
well,
right.
not alive. She was a Walker.
Yeah, well, she's dead once. She's going to be dead twice, but dead once.
Walker daughter was still alive when Glenn and Maggie were there, because when they came to...
Excuse me.
When they came to break out Glenn and Maggie was the same day that Michonne killed. Yeah. So even before that, he's keeping trophies of Walker in fish tanks, which is creepy as shit. Like, you don't do that unless you're, like, kind of a little crazy, right? And he's like, what did he tell Andrea? Like, I make myself look at him or something like that. That's bullshit. Like, he does that because he's keeping them as trophies. He's keeping them as his
conquests.
His conquests, yeah. So he's kind of a, like, I think he's a sociopath, number one. Maybe even a psychopath. But definitely a sociopath, because he is so good at playing this role.
We watch some of these true crime people, you know, they keep trophies of, like, crimes they commit and stuff like that.
And I think
so
that's
I think you're onto something there. The other thing with the governor, I mean, he lies. Where Rick,
constantly.
You know, Rick, I've yet to see him tell a false. He's always been honest to a fault, to almost get him killed at times.
And I think in one of the episodes we watched, I even pointed it out. I think it was in the last one when he was sending Andrea back to Woodbury. Like, that's another big difference between Rick and the governor. Rick just lets her go. No fight, no argument with the car. Gives her gun back. Like, here you go.
When she could have been sent in there to
exactly
cause havoc. I mean,
he didn't, like, try and talk her out of things. He didn't try to manipulate her in any way. Now, the governor, like, she comes back and immediately is back with the manipulations again. I think he just let her go there because he knew she was going to be back, and he wanted some sort of information, maybe. I don't know. But he knew somewhere inside of him that she'd be back because she cares about the people there. And
what did you think about Andrea taking the next step and becoming more of a Michonne when she broke the teeth out of the...
that was nasty.
Yeah, it was.
I think she learned a lot from Michonne. And she's taken that with her. You know, she's going to...
She's grew.
She's definitely a badass. She's definitely a badass. Now, as far as the decision she's making lately, and I would have to agree with Michonne, like, you don't just disregard a trusted friend that has had your back for months and months and months, and just totally disregard what she's saying because you want, you know, stability, or you want to not be scared, or you want a warm bed, or whatever. Like, you don't disregard it the way Andrea disregarded it. Like, you sit down and talk about it. I definitely agree. Did you find a question?
Well, actually, I just saw a comment, and I thought it was neat. Kooky
I like to imagine how different countries would react to an apocalypse, especially ones where guns are not as accessible. I know us Brits would use knives and maybe a farmer's shotgun. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what other countries, as far as what weapons, the laws are there. But in the U.S., they're pretty available.
Yeah.
Most everybody has them.
A lot of people, yeah, I mean, a lot of people have guns and stuff in America, so it's not so hard to come across guns here. And there's gun shows and gun shops and everywhere.
So I would say,
so it'd be pretty easy.
Get to the
in
United
this
States, you're
country.
probably in good luck to find.
You'll probably
a weapon
find a lot of guns now.
and ammo.
Exactly. But guns are loud. Guns are, there's a lot of drawbacks with guns because you run out of ammo and
Yep.
it's useless at that point. There's a lot of things that in an apocalyptic sort of situation, of course, it's always more beneficial to have guns, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that should be like your main weapon of choice because you're going to run out. You're always
But they
going
are
to run
pretty
out.
effective.
They're pretty effective. I mean, for sure. But yeah, I think I would try to have like a stealthy weapon, like a machete or.
So in the country,
or
I mean, I
something
want
like
to
that.
find out where everybody's from, because that was such a really neat question. Like in the Netherlands, there are almost no guns, but I have a kitchen knife. That would, I mean,
Exactly.
Canada has some pretty strict gun laws. It says as well. We do have gun laws. Don't get me wrong.
And they probably need to be a few more, but we live in a world we live in, and
I don't
who
think
cares?
that's acceptable, but because some of the things that goes on is
Our country is pretty bad when
look,
it comes
when
to
you
violence.
when you have family and kids, and when things are going on in the world, and you read them, and anymore, it's like,
Craig said he's in our basement right now.
get the guns.
Hey, I have a machete. I do have a machete.
She
by
actually
the way.
does. She actually
I
does.
do have one, so I will get out my machete.
But if you're in the basement, come on up.
Yeah, but if you're in our basement right now, just come on up and like hang out. You don't have to hide. And plus, I think our dog would be like going bananas right now, and he's not.
Yeah, because he's in the basement.
He's in the basement.
The one that
Will we play the
I have
Walking Dead
Khaleesi.
Telltale game or read the comments?
She would save you.
Probably Arthur. We probably
Brian
will
Burton, Detroit.
do both.
We kill for fun here. Yeah, we kind of a place like that as well. Brian Burton, you probably heard of like Gary, Indiana, like right by Chicago there. Well, Chicago in general, but there's some pretty bad areas. But it's really sad in this. I just want to bring that up. It's really sad in this world when you read something and 3 days later you're forgetting about it. This is kind of a world where we've just accepted
I don't
human
think it. I don't
tragedy.
think
I mean, if
I don't
you went
think
to
it's
Walmart,
accepted. It's not accepted. I think it's just that it's
Did
so
I say accepted?
commonplace. Yeah. But I think it's just it happens so frequently that it's like almost
Numbing.
desensitizing. Yeah, and I don't think that's the way the world should be. I mean, in our country alone,
I
how
shake my
many
head,
how
I
many
guess.
mass shootings have we had in this country
It's bad.
in the past year? Like over 100. I saw it on something. Like I think Joe Rogan was talking about it or something. Like definitely over 100 in our country, and like the closest any other country it was like 3 or something in the past year. So there's definitely some issues, especially in our country. So that need
It really
to be.
makes you wonder
and-
what in the hell is going on.
I
Because
mean-
this isn't the world that I grew up in, and it's so frequent now that in schools and Walmarts. I mean, places where people go.
Kids can't even go to school anymore and feel safe. You know.
There's cops there. There's you
Well,
can't walk in like you used to and go
it's like-
visit your daughter at school. You have to check in. Which, believe me, I want, but it wasn't like that. It was,
Well,
you
and
know,
it's because you have these, mentally unstable people that want to make the biggest bang possible, and what could be a big bang?
makes you wonder how close we are to the apocalypse at times. So yeah, we probably need our apocalyptic thing.
I'm definitely not accepting of any of that, or but yeah, I definitely see us as a people becoming more desensitized to it because of how frequently it happens. I mean, it's sad, really. It really is.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
But I did see a good question up here. Hold on, let me find it. Kevin wants to know, how do you guys think a person with a disability would survive the apocalypse? Guess it depends on the disability, really. I mean, if they're in a wheelchair, yeah, that'd be pretty difficult to survive that. Again, depending on what the disability is. If it's somebody who's
Disability isn't maybe medically,
medically,
or like
mentally,
medicine wise.
yeah, like I know when my dad was still alive, he was diabetic. He had to have insulin every single day. In an apocalyptic sort of situation, you're not going to have that. You're not going to have that.
I think you try to make people as comfortable and as safe as possible, but
wow, exactly.
but circumstances.
Somebody who has cancer,
isn't well for people that, that
yeah,
are in that state.
Yeah, unless
you have someone that really cares.
That person, whoever it is that has a disability that needs constant meds, or that has a wheelchair, or that has some sort of thing where they can't, survive like, we could, I guess. They would have to rely on other people a lot. Rely on somebody else. And I don't know if that's enough to last super long term.
No.
Especially when it comes down to medications, because medications have expiration dates too. Usually it's like, a year or two? I'm sure you could make some of them last longer. But at a certain point, if it's insulin, or if it's some sort of major, somebody has a heart condition, or somebody has all these things, like, I think that
well, there's one true fact: you're gonna die at some point.
Yep.
And we all want to live longer. We want to protect those around us longer. We all strive to keep the human race, and that's exactly the way I look at the human race, alive, because we are human. And to love other people and care for them, that's our nature.
Yeah.
Because that's a part of keeping our civilization.
Oh, and at some point, after several years, when medications from now are not going to be available then, like, you're going to have to learn how to create new medications out of things like in the past when we used to use plants and plant-based stuff, and you're going to have to relearn how to do all that. And even then, you're not going to have some of the drugs that we have today. You're not going to have things like chemo for cancer, or I don't even know. That's just come off the top of my head. But the life expectancy would definitely go down big time.
Yeah, and Eileen Perez, that's why you want to hit the pharmacy first.
Hit the pharmacy first and take what you can and try and make that last for as long as you can. Maybe get some scientists that know a little bit about what they're doing as far as...
I'll tell you what, something like this goes down, and it does put your mind in the think mode of what would I do, and that's what the brilliancy of the show is it's not just about walkers. It's also pits person against person. How would your
what would you do in this situation? Like, it raises many questions, and that's what's good about this show.
And I'll be honest with you. I mean, if something broke out like that, a lot of people say, well, yeah, I'd hit there and hit. Well, you might hit there, but your chances of probably getting out of there is probably going to be little, and the more you lay low and let things, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's still going to be stuff, because people are going to be dying, I mean, I don't know that I'm the first one out the door. If that makes sense.
Exactly. Like, I feel like a lot of people are going to be doing that. Like, and fighting over things.
Well, yes, because that's human. Because want. You know, they want it. They think that there's nothing gonna be left. But
at some point, like, the things that you need are not going to be in the places where you think they're going to be. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, them early people are going to go out and, like, take everything, right? And then those people are going to die eventually. And whatever stuff they had is going to be in random places.
well, Lacey,
you know?
the more
That's
you
my
have,
thought on it.
the more you have, the more wanted you are. The more
Exactly.
the more people want from you.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I think securing, you know, but this is something we could honestly talk about for a long time because we have, you know, and it's
Jordan says the number one health thing to remember in an apocalypse is take care of your dental hygiene.
Right.
Letting that go unchecked can be extremely dangerous and painful in an apocalypse. A lot of teeth pulling, I would assume. I mean, yeah, definitely. Well, there's a lot of different things that if you don't have toothpaste, you can use, like charcoal, and like there's a lot of things that you can use to keep your mouth semi-clean. But yeah, that would definitely cause problems for sure. A lot of teeth pulling.
a lot of teeth pulling.
You have a real bad cavity.
We didn't get on the
Can't fill it.
apocalyptic team. We didn't get on the apocalypse team. A good dentist. Is there anyone around? Is there anybody?
We'll need. Well, I mean, as long as you're good with a pair of pliers, right? Just pull that tooth out. I mean,
We'll just make that a part of their beauty treatment. in the beauty
Craig,
shop.
I use charcoal to brush my teeth. Not every day, but like 2 or 3 times a week. Yeah, it keeps your teeth really, good. But yeah, you have to floss.
I'll take a picture of it and send it to you.
My charcoal.
Yeah.
Charcoal toothpaste is very good. I have a powder. It's by Black, BLAQ. And it's like a powder that I use, like, not every day because I don't think it's good to use it every day, but I use that like 3 times a week, and then, my Crest the rest of the time.
Yeah, Craig,
Yeah.
I don't use charcoal. I use Crest.
Everyone values the surgeons, but nobody thinks about the value of having a dentist in your group. Yeah, exactly. But I think, like, if you have any sort of, like, major medical background, I think you would have enough knowledge to be able to pull off, pulling teeth or, like,
Wendy,
stuff
don't
like that.
forget toilet paper.
You need butt wipes. Them Cottonelle wet wipes, we need some of them. But yeah, we definitely need plenty of toilet paper because I'm not down with the leaves, But yes, beauty tips with Lacey. In an apocalyptic sort of situation, I don't think you're going to have much beauty. I mean, let's be honest.
Well, Andrea seems to keep pretty well kept up.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, I think the last thing most people would be thinking about is like mascara and like lipstick and all that, but
I don't know. You do have some.
I have a lot of stuff here, so I'll just keep that.
You do see, like, on TV when we watch some of them shows, indigenous people having some kind of paint or what they make stuff out of stuff.
I can tell you one thing, aloe. There's none around here that grows because we're in the Midwest. So, but aloe is amazingly good for your skin. Like, I have aloe. It's like 95% pure aloe, and it is so good for your skin. Ridiculously good for your skin. So that would be one thing that we would have to come across in an apocalyptic sort of situation.
Aloe.
Anyone?
got
I don't
aloe?
know where it grows except like in like South America. I know it grows.
You can get aloe plants. You know that, right?
Yeah. So we need to get some aloe plants. How do we
You'll
do that?
kill them.
I won't take care of them. I'll have somebody else take care of them. The grittiness grinds away your tooth enamel. It's it's I wouldn't agree. And maybe that's why I don't use it every single day.
Eileen, I was going to say, I haven't been up to the post office this week yet. Tomorrow I'm definitely going to be there. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Michelle said my beauty item would be coconut oil. Coconut oil would definitely be good for below your face. Coconut oil, it for the face is probably not so good because it's so thick and it's so it clogs your pores. But for the rest of the body, I think it would be okay. Keep your skin nice and smooth. And
so I guess we're gonna have to go on run, guys, for
coconut oil,
aloe vera.
The aloe vera is really good for your face. I use that on my face all the time, and it keeps it very plump and moist. I know a lot of people don't like that word, moist.
I don't know where in the hell this is went.
You can. Aloe vera is great for everything. You can even drink it, and it helps your digestion. My mother-in-law is from Peru, and she loves and uses it for everything. Yeah, see? So we need aloe vera and coconut oil. For the women of our group, that's what we need. I wouldn't think that it tastes good. Yeah, I would think that it's probably pretty nasty. Scissors to cut your hair. Yeah, I think that having a lot of hair in the apocalypse would be an issue. Maintaining it, number one, and the fact that easier for somebody to grab onto to control.
That's exactly what I thought of when you said that.
Yeah, because if you control somebody's head, you kind of control their whole body. So
sort of, yeah.
It might be smarter to have shorter hair or very easily maintainable hair.
We're gonna shave your head.
You're not gonna be able to take a shower every day, is my guess.
We're gonna shave Lacey's head for the apocalypse.
I'm not shaving my head completely. That's for sure. Stevie D, thank you very much. Look forward to your reactions every day. Thanks for putting some more joy in my life and many others. You guys rock.
Thank you.
Thank you. You rock too. Thank you.
We enjoy doing it. We enjoy doing the videos, and I'll tell you, we enjoy being with you guys and doing this. We're getting really close to 10,000, which we're really excited about. I've been working on a little side project for you guys. I don't want to say what it is because it's something we're going to do for you. So pay attention to that. Once we hit that, there's going to be a special video. Might be quirky, but I think it'll be cool. I think you guys will enjoy it. So, right?
Right. I don't know what he's talking about, by the way.
You know exactly what I'm talking
about.
No,
I don't. I really don't. I was trying to read, and you're talking about some surprise you have, and I literally don't know what surprise is. That's not a surprise. We already talked about that in a video. In one of the videos, we talked about doing a live stream. Yeah, we did.
No, it's a separate video. We're doing a live stream, but the video that I was... Oh, Lord. She's definitely blonde, huh, Jenna?
You guys tell me. I know that in one of our videos, we talked about doing a live stream for when we hit 10K, right? I'm not crazy, right?
No, I said that, but the other video that I'm working on.
Craig says after 10,000, they stop wearing pants.
That's every day.
And no, yeah, I think that bathing in a river or a lake, that really doesn't get you all that clean, I don't think.
Sure it does.
No, you would smell like river water.
No. A lot
Do you
better
know how
than
much
smelling
bacteria is in...
Smell like sweat, and I mean...
Whenever we've gone to a lake or the river and swam or boating or whatever,
I'll tell you what.
You smell
I'll take the river
so gross after that.
I'll take the river, and you take the not the river approach.
I think that because rivers and lakes and all that have so much bacteria in them, I don't think that would clean you. It may clean off blood, it may clean off dirt, but you're still gonna have that nasty river smell on you, right? You're not really gonna be clean, in my opinion.
Huh.
Hairy, sweaty backs. That would be pretty yeah. Thankfully, I don't have a hairy back, so I'm good on that one.
The more I'm digging into this, I'm feeling like Lacey, I don't know if you're going to get through this.
What
apocalypse.
rivers do we live by? I grew up right next to the Mississippi River. So, that's where I grew up, is in that area, like literally right on the Mississippi. So yeah, it smells. Let's just put it that way.
Of course, because every river in the world dumps into that one from the Midwest. But
Exactly.
we actually have a river not too far from here called the Vermilion River.
Yeah,
So-
it's a much smaller river. It's just real tiny, and that one, it still stinks, and I still don't think you'd be clean. My opinion. And again, there's ways you can, probably, clean that to make it semi not stink so bad.
Yeah, quit polluting.
So get yourself a bucket, right? No, I don't know. Rainwater in the country or rivers in Ireland outside of cities are clean. I'm good. Yeah, maybe we'll have to go to Hot Springs.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Yep.
That's where we'll go. Survival kit, knife, water filter, rope, backpack. I don't really know what else. First aid kit? Yeah, first aid kit might be smart. Katie. Oh, hey, Katie.
Katie.
I just wanted to stop by and say hi. Well, hello. Thank you for stopping by. But yeah, there's so many different issues that I think a lot of us would
Jared
have.
Devon, people with insomnia would thrive in the apocalypse. Well, that would be like me.
Yeah, but even people with insomnia have to sleep sometimes, and if they stay up all night, when are they sleeping? During the day?
Your chances of dying really increases when you sleep 10 to 12.
Exactly. And that would be my issue because I like my sleep.
You're done.
I'm probably done. But I can survive on less than that, right? Like what was it? Like last year, I was averaging like 4 hours of sleep per night, and I was good. I was fine. So I just prefer to sleep like forever.
Yeah.
I do like my sleep.
Me, not so much.
Steve is a little bit of a night owl.
Yep.
I am too. I don't like to go to bed too early, but I also don't like to get up real early either. So Steve, like, he can stay up until like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Nobody important's in the comments.
He can he can stay up till like 4 o'clock in the morning and still get up at 7 a.m. and be like singing in the morning. And I'm
Good.
like, if you don't stop singing right now.
4 hours, man. I'm good. 4 or 5. Great.
Yeah, well, see, Xmas Girl agrees with me on the river water that I would not really feel clean. Like, you could do that. It's an option if you had to. But it would not be sufficient to me.
Victor Medrano, as I've been here since basically at the beginning of your channel, can I get a... Well, yeah, Victor.
Victor, you just have to like get a hold of me like via like Twitter or some sort of platform. Send me an email.
Yeah.
Send me a private message on Twitter. Something like that. And then we'll hook you up. I have to get up at 6 a.m. and it's currently 1:37. Kooky.
David Brown says all he needs is Jack Daniels. That's all you need in the apocalypse.
I've been doing pretty decent lately as far as my sleeping patterns. Like, for the most part, I go to bed like right around midnight or 1 and get up right around like 8. But today I didn't. Like, today I slept until like noon. Some days are
1.
Some days are good, some days are bad. How about that? But most days I get up at a decent time so I can start doing my day-to-day stuff,
Jenna Potato Gotcha. I was their first subscriber. Yes, you were,
Yes,
Jenna.
you were. That's our daughter, by the way, Jenna Potato Gotcha.
Yes.
She was our first subscriber. I will
Yes.
give her that.
And they are getting ready for... Who all has kids going to school or has already started? Because ours starts Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yep. So next week, Wednesday, is when our kids go back to school. We've already
Jenna's super excited.
already got
That's
all their
not-
school clothes, already got all their school supplies. We're already done with all that. Now, this weekend is our fair here in town.
Yes. So if you are in or near Fairbury, Illinois, we're having the Fairbury Fair.
We'll be there this
we'll
weekend.
be there. If
So
you-
any of
yeah.
you that live like anywhere near Illinois and you don't mind making a trip to like out
It's
in the
actually
middle
a
of
good time.
nowhere,
It's actually a really good time.
yeah, you can definitely come to Fairbury this weekend. We are having our fair. It's a tiny little fair. It's not anything big, but we go every year, so we'll be there this weekend.
Yep.
Anthony, you mentioned the live chat during The Walking Dead 3-8. See, I knew we did. I knew I wasn't crazy. And you,
No, I was talking. I'm just going to say it.
okay.
I was going to go and show him a little piece of the town. Remember the other day when I grabbed the camera? That's
I
what
completely forgot about that.
Jeez, I was trying to tell you.
He wanted to, yeah.
Go ahead and tell
okay.
him. That's
Might
that's
as well
exactly
at
what
this
I'm gonna
point. He's gonna like take the camera out and like go get like
Because I'm not scared. I'll do
footage,
anything.
I
Yeah.
guess, of like, our town and like the post office where we have our P.O. box and like
We got a cool guy there that I mean
he's pretty good because like we always get like most of our packages come like all at once, it seems like, and he's always like at first he was like, like you're supposed to check this every day, right? Like that's what he was saying at first, and then now over these this time he's like,
Every time-
hey,
Every time I go in there, we end up in a 20 to 30 minute conversation. Doesn't matter if someone's in back of me or not, but I feel bad because I'm like, he's sitting there talking to me and showing me things on his phone about like movies or whatever because he's a subscriber, but I shouldn't say 20, 30 minutes. He holds up the line. He helps them, but
yeah, no,
yeah.
it's not
he's
that
super
long.
cool. He's super cool.
But
And
Michelle says I evidently need more sleep. What time did I go to bed
said
last
that?
night? Michelle. I don't know. I got a lot of sleep
Michelle,
last night.
honestly, she gets a lot of sleep.
Xmas Girl says, celebrate with me, please. My
I don't know how we
granddaughter,
could get any more
Aria,
in.
is celebrating her first birthday this Sunday.
Aw.
Well, happy birthday to your granddaughter, Aria. That is awesome.
Bruce, 7979. Be safe in Illinois. That's where Michael Myers and the Satan cult were at. You want to hear this?
Michael Myers.
We're actually, the town of Pontiac is mentioned in one of the videos, and that's exactly where
Wasn't
I
it
grew
like
up when I was-
Halloween 2?
No, it's like Halloween 5 or something.
Oh, okay.
At the train station.
Yeah.
train showing
Oh,
up
yeah.
at-
They show
Also
you
at the
they show you Pontiac, and then they show you Dwight. Okay,
But
on
in
the
the
map.
middle-
In the middle of that is where Haddonfield is. That's actually a town called Odell in real life. It's
and
a real tiny
it's
town.
literally,
And it's literally like 15 minutes from where we are right now.
Yeah.
And because we used to both live in Pontiac, which, yeah, it's super close. We used to try and like scare people with it. Like, the Haddonfield from the Halloween movies is like a few minutes up the road there. You want to go? And people laugh. Yeah, it's not actually called Haddonfield in real life. It's actually called Odell.
Odell. Yeah.
Odell, like Odell Beckham. Warren Page, thank you so
Warren.
much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Michael Myers would definitely survive the apocalypse. Like, he survives getting shot.
Head chopped off.
Yeah, he survives a lot. I think he'd be good.
Yeah.
I don't think him turning into a walker would even change his personality in any way. He'd just be the same old Michael Myers.
Robin, I want to hear about how you all met and got together. You know what? We can answer that real quick.
Okay. This was back in 2004, right?
Hold on. Yes.
2004.
Yep.
I was a CNA at a nursing home, and Steve was like owned a bar with his dad, and I had a friend who I graduated high school. Like, I had graduated high school, like, I don't know, like, pretty recently, right? Had this job, moved into an apartment with a friend. So we were like roommates. She was married. She lost her husband died, okay? In a tragic way, real sad. So I was always there for her, right, when she needed me. But she got like real, like, drinking a lot. So she'd be at the bar like every night, pretty much all the time. So when I would get off work at the nursing home, I would go pick her up. And that's where I met this guy.
Yeah, this guy.
This guy right here. Wearing my scrubs, and walk in and pick her up. And
it's not the first time I saw you.
No, it's not the first time we saw each other. It's the first time we, like, officially, like, met, and, like, that's where, like, it started. But no, we had met before that, like, when Anna, that was her name, and her husband got married. So I think it was, like, not even a year before that. That was in October, right?
Yeah.
So this would have been in April of that year. They got married, and then at the reception is where I first officially met him. It was like, hi, nice to meet you, and separate. That's it.
But what she's not telling you is, after I saw her that day, I tried to find out who she was and whatever, because, like, I don't know what it was. She was someone I definitely
Craig
wanted.
said he fancied her.
I did.
I would agree with that. Like,
and I tried to find out who she was. Anna knew more about her, and Anna thought I was talking about another girl, and it wasn't. So
wasn't me.
Anyway, so later on, I finally do meet her again, and this time she's in scrubs. But I hadn't forgot that
I'm still the same person, you know. I walk in a dress, or I walk in scrubs, I'm still me,
So, kick forward a little bit.
But yes, that was where we first met. We talked a while, and then he asked if we wanted to help out for, like, this battle of the bands thing that they were holding at the bar the next night. And so I said, yeah, I'd help out, and I came down. I think I was, like, checking IDs.
I think Craig's really in the basement. Bosco's barking.
I was checking IDs. That was me helping out. Checking IDs, making sure everybody was okay to come into the Battle of the Bands. And that's basically how we started.
Yeah.
Seeing each other. He asked me to help out with the Battle of the Bands. And I did.
But our first kiss, I was actually...
I remember that. It was that night.
It was that night.
And he was racing in one of those, like... what are those, like,
race simulators.
Racing simulator games that they have, like, in arcades, like, where you're racing. He was racing, and I said something about, like, oh, I bet I can get you in last place or something.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah. I was like, I can distract you.
She did.
I kissed him. That's how I distracted him.
Yep. So, and then the love began.
The love. Yeah, it's been ongoing since 2004, so...
Yep.
What kind of dog we got, Blair wants to know. We have 3 German Shepherds.
Yeah.
3. So, imagine the joy of having... No, I love every single one of them, though. It can get kind of crazy sometimes with having 3, because they're so big and they're so, like, crazy. But they're good dogs. They really are.
Ava.
Who's...
That'd be your daughter.
Ava is on the stairs.
Jamie Douglas.
Which is literally, like, right back here.
If I ever get married,
watching YouTube videos on her phone, like, what did you say, Jacksepticeye?
Actually, Christian Nunez, we have showed, I think, Nika and Khaleesi for sure.
We've definitely showed Khaleesi in probably some of our Game of Thrones videos.
I think
Bosco's been in one, but Nika's not really good at, like, staying still on camera. Like, she's kind of, like, when he's around. When he's around, she's like, woo, like little crazy girl.
She
but
can, yeah.
when it's just me, like she's totally chill. She just gets kind of excited when Steve's around.
Craig's Ava wants to see us. Ava.
Hi, Ava.
Hi, Ava.
But Warren, love you guys. Love you guys' videos. Keep up the great work. Thank you so
Warren.
much, Warren. We will
Thank you.
definitely keep up the great work.
We enjoy doing them.
I will definitely try to keep up the great work. I think I saw a comment yesterday that was like somebody saying that like none of our videos are like ever boring. You know, like we always like.
Say hi to Ava, please, and all the babes. Age of the Witch said hi.
April
Jenna
wants to know how long
Ava.
we have been married. Well, we've been together since 2004. We got married in 2009. So yeah, we've been married for 10 years.
Can I go take care of the dog real quick?
Yeah. What are you?
Well, tell him to shut up.
Jenna, will you go tell Bosco to quit barking?
Take him out to the garage.
Yeah. I'm sure there'll be videos at some point in the future that might not be
Much love from Spain.
as. Can you give a shout out to my baby Judith? Oh, is that your kitty cat, Marcella?
Oh yes, Marcella. Yes. I wish I had that picture right now. I'm going to send it to Lacey. I wanted to put it at actually. Marcella has a cat named Little Ass Kicker, but it's Judith Grimes, and it's the cutest freaking cat ever.
Yeah, we definitely.
I'm not
can
even
do
a
that.
cat fan, and I like this cat.
Craig says we've been married 3,860 days. Really, Craig? You're going to do the math on that one?
Dude, he's awesome.
And I'm sure he's right. I mean, it sounds right.
Is that correct, or is that just?
Well, yes, we've been married since January 19th, 2009. Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
We actually got married in Vegas, believe it or not.
Yeah, we did, and that was fun. I don't even care.
It was very fun.
We didn't do the traditional wedding or anything. Probably should have. Pissed a lot of people off, but we wanted to do it our way. So
I wanted to do it I wanted to do it like I didn't want to have to like adhere to what other people expected, you know, because like all my family, like I don't talk to a lot of my family, but the family that I do talk to were pretty close. So those family members were like, you know, expectations, right? Like all these expectations of what you should do, and I'm like, no. Like I just wanted. I would have been okay with going to like the courthouse, you know, and doing it.
No.
But the way we did it was funner because we got to go to Vegas and we got to, you know.
So you want to hear the story real quick? We're driving out to Vegas.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm thinking it's going to be amazing, right, Craig? So we're driving and we're getting ready to hit probably the best part of the drive. So we go down 55, we hit Interstate 40, 44 I think it is, and now we're going to start getting into the good stuff when we get to like New Mexico and Arizona. Well, Lacey doesn't want to drive no more. She's tired of it. So we stop in Amarillo.
In Amarillo.
We spent the night in Shamrock.
I am not a road trip kind of gal, okay? I hate sitting in a car for anything more than like a few hours.
And I'm great to travel with.
Like, Steve's all about the road trips. He's like, let's go down to Missouri. And I'm like, no. And I can't stand it, you know, like for a few hours, sure, it's fun. You can sing along to the radio and like you can, you know, see the sights and blah, blah, blah. But after a certain point, it's like, I'm going to die right now.
So
that's what I feel like.
We stop in Amarillo. She's like, I can't stand this being in the car. Let's just fly. I'm like,
yeah.
Whatever.
So we literally stop in Amarillo, Texas, go into the airport, buy tickets, and fly from Amarillo, Texas, the rest of the way to Las Vegas.
Tickets
The tickets were really expensive last minute, by the way, but I'm like, I don't care. I do not want to drive anymore. That's just, everybody's different, right? Like, some people love road trips, and some people...
So as we're flying,
no
I'm sitting there
big deal.
saying, look at
But
all the
me-
beautiful stuff that you're missing. Look at that, look at that, look at, you know.
See, I got to see it from the plane,
Not
though,
really,
right?
though. Not really.
That's just, it's me, okay? Like, I just don't like being cooped up in a car for more than, like, I'm usually okay for like 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours. After that, I'm like, kill me, please. I'm gonna die. But yes, that was our trip. And then, so when we go home, we have to get on a plane to go back to Amarillo to get our car and then go home.
So we get married, we do the whole thing. We went to, we stayed in...
and I literally hadn't slept. We stayed at the Bellagio.
We stayed in two different ones.
We stayed at the Bellagio for the first 2 nights.
Yep.
And then the second 2 nights we stayed at the Mandalay Bay.
Yes.
Yeah. And we saw Cirque du Soleil while we were there, which was awesome and amazing. And we got drunk in Paris. That was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Anthony, thank you so much. What will happen to the governor and when?
I'm predicting, we did talk a little bit about that, but I'm predicting Rick takes him out. And I believe it's going to be the season finale
of this season.
I think we both agreed on the episode.
The season finale of this season, he's going to die, in my opinion, and I'm hoping that Michonne is the one that takes him out. Somehow Andrea's in on this too, in what I want to happen. Like, somehow that will bring them back together, right?
I think so, huh?
I'm hoping, like, somehow they work together to take him out.
My second guess was it was going to be Andrea. How cool would that be? But I think Rick does it.
I mean, either way, like, I just want him dead. So whoever takes him out, I'll be cool with.
My question is who's going to survive under... I feel the governor's going to die. I just feel that way.
But who else is going to die during this fight?
Yeah, like...
we both kind of figure that the season finale is probably going to be, like, a big showdown. I mean, I'm just assuming. And
what happens
that's
to all the
why,
nice townspeople?
Exactly.
And, like the ones that... You know what I mean?
Somebody else takes over Woodbury? Maybe Andrea takes over Woodbury?
I can't answer. I don't know. I don't know.
Because if there is a showdown, I don't see Andrea being a part of that, right? Like, she's probably going to stay behind. I feel like if the governor dies, she would be the most logical choice of taking over Woodbury.
Oh, true. Or maybe
either
Milton,
that
or Milton.
Milton doesn't have the... I don't think he has the capacity to run that place. I don't think he does. But maybe, I see... Or Andrea with help, I see. But, like, I feel like if that's the case... There's going to be a fight
that, they're going to be left kind of defenseless, too.
Exactly. So is something going to happen to the town while the governor takes all of his soldiers away to go fight this war with Rick?
Or does it happen there again? I don't know.
I don't know.
Something big's going to happen.
Do you think any of our people will die?
That was going through my head when she was sitting there talking. Let's go through it a little bit. Daryl, no. Rick, no.
No.
Carl, no. Michonne, no.
I think some people might get really, close to dying.
What about...
I don't think anybody is going to die, though. Anybody that's in our group right now.
I just thought about it. I mean, she's not really a fighter, per se. I don't think Maggie or Glenn.
No.
Because...
I feel like they're going to be around for, I think my prediction for both of them was, they're going to be around until the end. I don't know. I don't think... I hope not. Maybe that's why I'm not making any guesses, because I really don't want any of them to die. So maybe that's why I'm thinking that way.
I don't know.
Do you think anyone is unkillable, like Ned Stark? So basically, we thought that he was going to somehow get out of that.
Well, let's go with this. The better question. I think that's where you're going. Do you think it is okay? Um, do you think it could happen to where a Daryl or a Rick dies?
Oh, I think Daryl is definitely killable. I feel like if I'm considering any of the characters to be unkillable, like that would just be crazy. I would think like a Rick or a Carl, right?
Oh no, no,
And
no. I see. Yeah. I feel Carl is the future.
exactly.
Somehow.
So I see him being unkillable. How are they going to kill Carl when like? But I also feel that way about Rick. Like I don't see them killing off Rick either.
Now that I feel he's unkillable, but I feel with as Carl ages.
Like he'll become less important.
Well, I'm just saying.
Now, I'm thinking like right now how I feel. I think Rick and Carl are unkillable, especially at this point.
God, I hate to see any of them go. To be honest
Yeah,
with you,
I definitely feel like them
I
two are
really
the
like
only
the group.
ones that I would consider unkillable. Like that's not going to happen, you know. Do you think Andrea could become a leader and rule her new place, even if that means leaving her original group?
Brian Burton. What's all rainbows and you know he's gonna die. I know somebody's gonna die.
Somebody's
again,
definitely going to die,
and
but
I just know it's gonna frickin' hit. And
it's going to hit, but I don't even want to guess anybody because I don't want to jinx it. So I'm not going to guess anybody. But yeah, I think Andrea could be a good leader, like to Woodbury if it came down to it. Like she wants the best for them. I think when the governor is not around, like she makes pretty decent decisions. But when he's around, she just is kind of, oh, you know,
right.
like
right.
she gets them butterflies and she doesn't think straight.
Well, let me ask you this: how do you feel about the Daryl Carroll ship? I mean, do you feel like they're more?
I don't ship them two. I don't. Like, I don't know why.
I know
like,
they really care
I
about
know a
each
lot
other,
of the
man.
fans, you know, they totally think like Daryl and Carol, they're so cute together and all this, but I don't see them romantic, if that makes any sense. I don't ship them. I think that they're great best friends. They should be like brother and sister. Like
I don't
they're
know.
great.
He has some. I know he like really loves her. Like
Oh, they
you
both
could-
really
mean,
love each other, but
or
I don't.
cares,
I don't
cares.
feel like it's in a romantic way, though. I feel like it's in a like family way, you know.
And we know Andrea, she'll just be with.
Like I'm sure the age difference isn't that big, right? Like, Nat. I'm assuming Carol's probably like what 50, maybe. Guess
No.
she's got gray hair.
No, she isn't.
She would have to be close to 50.
It's just the color of her hair. She's not 50.
And I'm assuming Daryl's probably like in his 30s. That's just an assumption. Because I don't know any of their ages really, except I know Carl's probably like 12. So, or 11 or 12, I don't know. Do you think Carl and Carol could be a romantic couple? No.
Carl and Carol.
Is it because their names sound so alike? Definitely not. I don't know. I just feel like all of these people that are like staples are also like they're a family now. Like it would kind of be weird. I feel like for any of them to like get romantically involved.
Judith.
Well, Judith is a baby, so who's she gonna get with?
No, I'm not talking about ship-wise. I'm talking about living.
Is she?
Through
Oh,
this.
is she gonna survive?
Yeah, we have never even talked about that.
Zammer Jammer, thank you so much. Weird question. How do you think the people in the world of The Walking Dead figured out that zombies can only be killed by destroying the brain? They would have seemed invincible at first, right?
Oh, for sure. If you're
Yeah.
sitting there shooting them.
Well, I mean, like in reality, right? Like you would see like somebody hopped up on bath salts or something. Like they have, like, for some reason when somebody's like up like on PCP or like on bath salts or like certain kinds of drugs, they get like almost like super like,
Yeah.
super whatever. And like I mean, I've seen stories about how like they can get shot several times.
Oh, we watched something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And still be running at you. So I know that it's possible, but in this situation, I definitely feel like at some point, yeah, it would be like, what the hell? But it wouldn't be that hard to be like, well, I saw that
Take care, Brian.
I shot these walkers or these whatever they are several times in the chest and body, and it didn't do anything. But if I shoot it in the head, it goes instantly down. Like, I don't think it'd take too long to kind of figure that out.
Yeah, but I think he's more hitting on the fact right when this all broke out, where information wasn't, out there.
Exactly.
And you're sitting there and you're shooting this thing, and it's still freaking coming at you.
Yeah, you'd be like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, because it's not like the body.
I think initially you would think that it's some sort of like drug, some sort of like drug thing, or like some sort of, like, that would be my first assumption. Like, this person is like hopped up on drugs and like nothing's affecting him. Like, that would be my first assumption.
Nothing worse than a bite.
Because even if you're alive, you probably could get shot and still be like, let's say you get shot in like over here in the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could still probably keep running at somebody. Eventually that's going to take you down, but maybe for the first part you might be okay. But if anybody gets shot in the head, they're going down immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Right, no matter what. So yeah, that'd be difficult.
Do you think Dale is 100% dead? Yes.
Yes, he's definitely dead. Definitely dead. I'm just thinking most people are trained to shoot for center of mass, so they would have assumed the undead are unkillable. Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
Because that's what you're kind of taught, to shoot center mass where the organs are or whatnot. Head is a little bit harder of a shot, to be super honest.
Because if you're thinking about when this is first happening, right? How many people are going to want to aim for somebody's head? Not knowing that they're dead, not knowing that they're a zombie, not knowing any of that, just thinking that it's some crazy person, right? I would not want to shoot that person in the head knowing that that's it. That's going to kill that person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you want to just stop them from coming at you. You just want to protect yourself. So, I get that. Craig said, "Oh no, Dale died."
Read this here. We're in the Holy Vega. Sorry.
Yeah, this is very.
We're in the AMC timeline. Does Breaking Bad fit in the Walking Dead universe, or it doesn't matter? It's just cool that it was referenced.
I mean, obviously, the Breaking Bad, if it is referenced to like be connected in any sort of way, which I don't know that it is, but. Obviously, the Breaking Bad would have happened at some point before all this. But, I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't know either.
I just know that it's referenced that because of the blue meth that was in Daryl's possession.
Mm-hmm. But how can any of us know?
Yeah, I don't think there is any way of knowing. If you can't aim at the head, you are better off dead. Definitely rhymes. Yeah, I think at some point it'd be pretty easy to know that they're zombies, though. That they're dead. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, their skin starts rotting off, like, you can kind of tell pretty quickly, so. Their eyes are all weird and, like, nasty looking.
Right.
Totally different. Yeah.
So, has anyone heard anything? Because I try and keep as much off the internet about the new Game of Thrones that's being filmed, or is it being filmed, or...
Christian said, if there were no Shane, who would be Lori's love of her life? It'd definitely be still Rick at that point.
Yes, Michelle. Guys, don't be personally offended if we delete your comment there. Yeah, because we
Yeah,
will.
we just
We'll
don't. We don't want any sort of slight hints. So
You're right, and Michelle definitely knows that if something's kind of thrown in there, you might start thinking or
yeah,
whatever.
exactly. Because we a lot of stuff gets us thinking. So we just don't want to be any sort of like illusion of what anything could happen in the future.
At
So
this
please don't
moment,
be offended.
Javi, at this moment, you prefer The Walking Dead or Breaking Bad?
Oh,
Right now, at this moment,
at this moment,
I can't pick.
at this moment, I would say The Walking Dead has like a slight edge, but Breaking Bad is really starting to like,
Starting
well, not starting, but at least over this season, for sure.
once Skylar got into that,
Yeah.
and I love the direction of the Breaking Bad right now is really good. I can't give up either one of them right now.
Yeah,
There's no
I
way.
would say they're on pretty equal footing right now, with The Walking Dead being like slightly more
Now,
like
for the longest time, The Walking
ahead,
Dead had
just
me.
slightly.
Had me because it was good.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
talking Game of Thrones good type stuff. Am I right or wrong?
for sure. Yeah, and I mean it's still
And,
going
and
on.
now, as people had said, Breaking Bad would start kind of climbing them. Right, it just gets better. But I see it. I see exactly
I
what they're
definitely
saying.
see what they're saying when they say that it gets better and better, because every season so far, like first season I was like, I like it, but like it's not like super, like it's not totally engaging me, right?
Right.
Second season I was like, ooh, this is starting to get better. And now third season I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to watch the next one. So I can definitely see that progression for sure.
Christian Nunez.
Will we watch Fear the Walking Dead?
Most likely.
Most likely.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say since we watched this, and I've heard that it's kind of linked or whatever.
It's like in the same universe, but it's like in a different part of the country, like whenever, like I guess when everything was first starting, like with new people, with different people. But yeah,
Say
I
hi.
think I think that we're probably gonna have to start cutting it short here, you guys, because we have to like get the kids starting to get ready for bed and everything.
But this is JT. You want to say
This
hi?
is JT.
Hello.
But yeah, we're probably going to end this live stream because it has been 2 hours and we need to start getting stuff done around here. But I thank you guys so much for sitting with us for these 2 hours, whether you stayed the whole time or whether you were only here part of the time. We
Someone
appreciate
said
you.
JT.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
saying hi.
Hey guys.
Justin Timberlake.
His name is Jaden, but
But it's
he
JT.
goes by JT. So,
Yep.
but yes, thank you guys so much for watching our live stream and chatting with us. We always love just talking about random stuff, and
It's been. I've had a lot of
we
fun.
always
And
have a lot of fun.
I want to say
Yeah.
this on a day. You definitely put some smiles on our face, and we had some good laughs in here today.
Exactly.
And thank you so much for coming by and watching this live stream with us. We're so close. If you haven't gotten signed up for fantasy football, get a hold of Craig Kostelecki. He is kind of running that. It'll be Duo Bowl #1.
Duo
So,
Bowl #1.
Yeah.
But
And JT, do you have anything you want to say?
we
Yeah,
will be doing.
subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe to the channel. But yeah, we will be doing another live stream for sure at the end of season 3, obviously, of The Walking Dead. And then, of course, depending on how that lines up with, our 10K, we might do them as one big thing. We might do them separately, but we will definitely be doing a live stream once we get to that 10K mark. So yeah, we'll talk to you guys then. And in the
JT.
meantime, in the comments, we always love hearing from you guys. Thank you guys so much, and we hope that you guys have an amazing and awesome day.
Hope amazing happens to you. You want to say it?
Say it,
Hope
JT.
amazing happens to you.
Peace out.
Peace out.